for you to hear about today. We're going live, of course, to Facebook. We're going to be live on LinkedIn and so many other great places. So thanks to all of you for tuning in and being here with us today. You're in for a real treat because I've got not one property in one of the most magic places in the world, Orlando. Not two properties, but three properties. And not only do we have three fabulous properties, because that's enough, they're all great at spoiling agents, but to be extra special spoilers, they all threw in a complimentary stay for one lucky agent. So Chris is giving a 2-night stay to an agent. Sarah's giving a 2-night stay for an agent. And Chantel, who is the most amazing and put all of this together for us, is also giving away a stay. So I'd like to announce who is here with us today. I'll start with Chantel Paikai. She's a senior marketing manager with the Orlando World Center Marriott. Hello, Chantel. How are you?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for making this happen. So this is all because of Chantel and everything she did. She brought us this opportunity today to present to you. And not only that, but keep your eyes open because TA month of appreciation is coming up. And Chantel is absolutely in the spoiling. They're preparing a beautiful video for you. So watch out and keep your eyes open for more magic to come from the Orlando World Center Marriott. And then Sarah Garay, she is the senior sales executive with the Marriott Village Orlando. Hi, Sarah, how are you?
Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. Yes, I'm Sarah, and we're very excited to share with you everything about Marriott and the city.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We're honored. And Chris Kane is the senior sales executive of leisure with the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resort. How are you today? Good afternoon, Chris.
Hi, Sabrina. It's thank you so much and good to see everyone. Greetings from the Swalfin or Swanda or whatever you want to call it. We're so glad that you all are here, and we look forward to giving you a great overview on all of our wonderful product in the Orlando City Beautiful. So thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. And so this is a little backwards for me. All you spoiled agents know I'm usually just behind the scenes, but today I'm actually going to share the presentation for my friends and colleagues in Orlando so that it's just nice and smooth for you agents. I'm going to do a few housekeeping notes real quick. So let's see if you know how to work those reactions, because when you see this video that Chantel has, by the way, created, you're going to want to have all these amazing emojis working. So make sure you know how to press those buttons. It lets our hosts know that you're there and sharing the love with them. I love it. And then, of course, the chat box is there for all the oohs and the ahs and the things you love to say. And then the Q&A as well. I already see two notes in the questions, and my friend Sarah, who's the Speedy Gonzalez of the Q&A. I love it, Sarah, is already there. So yes, absolutely, hosts, jump in and answer the questions as you please. If you see a question for you or anything in general. Otherwise, agents, make sure you're putting your questions in there. We'll make sure that the hosts, when you're putting anything in the chat, make sure it goes to all and not only to the panelists. And same with the chat box for the agents. And remember, the chat box is for the oohs and the ahs and the magic and all the things you're going to see in Orlando, but make sure your questions go in the Q&A. Why? Because you have here three absolute experts in their properties. They're live in destination and they're going to help you to answer your questions. And if they can't, we're going to send them the whole report afterwards to help follow up. Okay. So make sure you ask those questions in there. Elaine says it's her first time on a Marriott webinar. Welcome, Elaine. And you don't have to ask a question to qualify for the prizes, but there will be 3 lucky winners. So each property is providing a 2-night stay. Thank you again. That was so gracious of each of you. And those winners will be randomly selected and announced by Monday. All you need to do to qualify is to be on the webinar until the end of the presentation. Once the Q&A starts, then that's perfect. We know you're busy. We know you're going to run and call your clients and tell them about these fabulous properties. But at that point, you don't have to stay on for the Q&A, but you need to be up until the Q&A. And if you're joining us on LinkedIn or Facebook, and only LinkedIn or Facebook, please put your email in so we know and we can enter you in the draw. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to let myself get started. Are we ready? Let's see. I'm going to share the presentation. This is what I guide everyone to do on a daily basis, so I know how to do this. Let's see if I know. Let's see. Let's put my skills to the test. You let me know. Can you see this presentation, everyone?
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yay, I did it. Okay. Well, I'm going to be off camera and here advancing the slides for the team. And the other hosts can have their camera on or off, however they prefer, until they're coming up. And I'll ask every host to introduce the next host when it's their turn. Thank you. And without further ado, we will get started.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, Sabrina, and hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and I have the great fortune to be able to work for the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin and Swan Reserve, or the Swalphin or the Swando, as mentioned before. And just going to give you an overview on all three of our properties, but we can't thank you enough for joining us today. But just to give you an overview, so what you see here, you've got the Swan and the Dolphin, which are our flagship resorts. They're both 35 years new, connected by walkway. And then on the end, on the right-hand side, is kind of our new shiny penny, the Swan Reserve. So that turned 3 years new in November. But the one thing to keep in mind with our three resorts is no matter which one you stay at, you have access to everything at all three, which we call triplex access. You'll probably hear me say that way too much while we're going through this. Next slide, please. So one question that we get quite a bit is where are you all located since you're not owned by Marriott? And the great answer is, so this is a map of the whole Walt Disney World Resort area, which is actually 47 square miles. And where you see that pink circle, that is actually where our resorts are located. So in Disney terms, in technical terms, we're in the Epcot resort area. But the great thing with our location is we're basically 10 to 15 minutes from all the Disney theme parks and Disney Springs. But in addition to that, and it depends on our lovely Orlando traffic, but in addition to that, we're probably 20 to 25 minutes from Universal Studios, of course, the soon to be opening Epic, SeaWorld, etc. So not only are we on-site Disney, but we're really close to all the major attractions in the Orlando area. And then how we got to be here was way back when Epcot was first being built. Our ownership, which is called Tishman Hotels, they have a construction division, and they said, hey, Disney, if we help you build Epcot, will you allow us to build properties on your property? So they went back and forth. We signed a 99-year lease, but that's how we got to be on-site Disney, but not owned by Disney, just to kind of give you a little background on that. So next slide, please. So the other question that we get quite a bit is, well, if you're not owned by Disney, what Disney benefits do you provide to your guests? And the great news with that is we really have all the same benefits as a Disney deluxe resort, except for two. Oops, it looks like it hopped ahead there. Oops, can we back up to one more? There we go. Perfect. But so the two benefits that we don't have is we're not part of Disney's dining plan, and we're not part of Disney's the new water park benefit. But all the other benefits we have, just like a Disney-owned resort. So we have the free transportation to all the Disney theme parks and Disney Springs. So we've got our buses that run every 20 minutes to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Disney Springs. Then we've got the water taxis, which you'll see a photo of that in a second, that goes to Animal Kingdom. That goes to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, or you can walk to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. We're connected by walkway. Additionally, we've got the 30-minute early access every day to the Disney theme parks. The extended hours benefit, where Disney will keep one theme park open 2 hours later on select days. We have that as well. We have the 7-day lightning lane reservation access, which that benefit is only for Disney's resorts and ourselves. Also, that new lightning lane premier access pass. Two other side benefits is if the guests have their own car, which I really recommend. They really don't need a rental car or a car just because it's so easy with all the free transportation options. But if they do, you can actually park at the Disney theme parks for free. They just show their room key. And right now the parking charges for standard parking at the theme parks are $30 a day. One other last side benefit is we do have our own, which is staffed by Disney, but it's Disney Planning Centers, which is like Disney Concierge. So if they need help with linking stuff to My Disney Experience or Disney dining reservations, you name it, A to Z, they have that. It's a great tool or great resource there with the Disney Planning Centers. So next, please. So then as far as the all of our property features, again, we've got 3 resorts, and that's a picture of the water taxi, but we've got between the 3 resorts, 23 restaurant and lounge options. We're a great foodie resort, everything from quick grab and go to upscale dining, 6 pools. We've got a great Camp Dolphin Children's Activity Center and activities throughout our resorts. 3 fitness centers, a beautiful mid-hour spa, and then we also have our own Swan and Dolphin app, which is another great tool because that's got everything from live chat feature where you can make dining reservations, property information, theme park information. So that's another great tool that we have as well. So next slide, please. Now, this is a shot of our room product at both the Swan and Dolphin. The 2 photos on the left side, we just updated the Swan guest room product. We put in the new laminate wood flooring that you see there, some new furniture. And then the next shots in the middle and the right are the Dolphin guest room product. We're going to start doing the guest room updates for the Dolphin next year. We'll have a similar look and feel to the Swan, but we also have a lot of upgraded suite options at the resorts. Just wanted to show you our primary room product at the Swan and Dolphin, and we'll show you the Swan Reserve here shortly. Next, please. So when we did our full renovations, we finished back summer of 2018. And both the Swan and Dolphin areas, we added new lobby bars, new grab and go outlets, a lot more seating that you see here. So a lot more relaxation for those leisure guests that want to just chill out in our lobby areas. Next slide, please. So I mentioned 23 restaurant and lounge options. So these are some of what we call our signature restaurants. So on the left-hand side, Shula's is our steakhouse and Blues is our seafood restaurant at the Dolphin. On the right-hand side, we've got, if we can back up one. On the right-hand side there, thank you, we've got Amari, which is our Mediterranean restaurant, and El Molino, our Italian restaurant. Amari's at the Swan Reserve. El Molino is at the Swan. But again, 23 restaurant and lounge options for the guests to enjoy. So lots of great dining options. Next slide, please. So I mentioned 6 pools. On the left-hand side is 2 pictures of our main grotto pool that stretches between the Swan and the Dolphin. And then on the right-hand side is the pool area at the Swan Reserve. But again, 6 pools altogether. Okay, next slide, please. That was almost perfect timing there. So the Swan Reserve, as I mentioned, this is kind of our new shiny penny, opened 3 years ago. It's 349 rooms, but it's really designed to be about 150 1 or 2 bedroom suites. And the way those are set up, which is next slide, great, perfect. Oops, yep, perfect. So the left-hand side is the living room section of the suite. What you see there is all floor-to-ceiling windows. You'll see a queen-size sleeper sofa and 1 TV. But what's not in that picture, so what's not in that picture, thank you, is there is a dining room table in the living room and a credenza that has a microwave and a fridge. And then that living room connects to 1 or 2 bedrooms. So our 1 bedroom suites will sleep 4 to 6. 2 bedroom suites will sleep up to 8. But the good news with our suites is there's no charge for extra adults. So you can have 8 adults in a 2 bedroom suite for the price of 1. And the one thing too with our pricing in general, I mentioned we're in Disney's deluxe category, but we're actually closer to Disney's moderate resorts in pricing. So we're a good value in that deluxe space. So next slide, please. And then, of course, you can book us directly, but we also work with a lot of your preferred wholesale partners like Walt Disney Travel Company, Apple Leisure Group, Delta Vacations, Pleasant Holidays, also Expedia's TAP or Travel Agent Affiliate Program. So lots of ways to book us direct or through our partners. Next slide, please. So again, quick recap, location right on-site Disney, but really close to everything. The great Disney benefits and resort amenities, that Swan guest room product and soon to be Dolphin guest room product, the Swan Reserve featuring those 1 and 2 bedroom suites, and that triplex access. So that's the next slide. So that's going to do it for me. And I'm going to turn it over to Chantel to tell you all about the Orlando World Center Marriott. And thank you again.
And I'm going to see if I can take the timing off the slides because that was a lot of fun. There's timing on the slides and they're advancing. Do yours have timing, Chantel? Do you remember?
I am not sure. It's very possible.
Well, it's going to be a fun adventure. And I'm so sorry about the back and forth, but that there seems to be that there was a timing. So I'm hoping that this one will be smoother. Sorry, Chris, about that, but they wanted to go forward when I think sometimes at the right time and sometimes not. So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It seems to be a timer. I did not check that they were automatically on a time. So hopefully this one is smoother for the presenter. And I'll let Chantel take it away. Chantel again, Pakai is the senior marketing manager with the Orlando World Center Marriott. So here we go. I'll let you take it away.
Thank you so much. And if I can get some engagement in the form of emojis, maybe with hearts, if anybody has heard of Orlando World Center Marriott before. Oh, I'm seeing some hearts coming through. Thank you so much. So we are the world's largest Marriott hotel. We are about 1.5 miles away from Walt Disney World Resort. And here pictured is a snapshot of the hotel, including a very impressive water experience, which we'll talk about here in the next coming slides. But let's talk about our location first. And as I had mentioned, we are 1.5 miles away from Walt Disney World Resort. We do provide shuttle service to all 4 Disney parks and Disney Springs, but we are also very convenient and close to everything you'll want to see and do when you're here in Orlando, whether that's additional theme parks like Epic or Universal, SeaWorld, Aquatica, Discovery Cove, Performing Arts at Dr. Phillips, Michelin star dining, whatever it is, Orlando has it, and we are very close to access it all. So if we go over to our next slide, we'll talk about the hotel in general. So many of you shared some heart emojis, so I really appreciate that. And because you are familiar with the hotel, many of you have maybe seen the hotel coming in and around Disney. We are fairly iconic in the skyline in Orlando. We rise about 28 stories tall. And I think some of the guests' first impressions are going to be that welcoming lobby when you first come in. It is very grand. It's about 12 stories tall, has lots of natural light, ushering in all of that Florida sunshine. Here in the main lobby, we do have a full service Starbucks, as well as our lobby lounge, which is like our social hub of the resort, indoors anyway. And here in this space, in the lobby lounge, you'll see a lot of, just travelers coming and going, whether it's coming and going from the park or our business travelers. So it's a great place to sit and people watch. Handcrafted cocktails as well as sushi made to order here in this space. So going to the next slide, we'll talk about our guest rooms. So as the world's largest Marriott hotel, we have 2,010 guest rooms and suites. 121 of those are suites in 10 different variations. But what you can expect from all of our guest rooms is a redesigned product. We have hard surface flooring in all of our guest rooms and suites. We also have an oversized balcony, 55-inch TV with streaming entertainment. And then our bathrooms, 75% of them have been converted to a stand-up shower, while 25% of them still remain that shower tub combo for all of our families that need that experience in the guest room for their kids. But what our bathrooms do have is some functionality to them. We have dual vanities in each bathroom, and it's separate from where the shower or the shower tub combo is. So multiple people can get ready at the same time. And our balconies are on every single guest room. If you are on the main floor, you will have a walkout balcony, which will walk out either to the pool or to the golf course. So it's a really, really nice place to just spend some extra time while you're on property. And if we go to the next slide, we'll talk about our suites. Most popular suites, a 1-bedroom suite. We have a 2-bedroom governor suite that we just launched last year. And then some of our suites have wet bars located in them, and they'll have a microwave and a refrigerator for you as well. And then the next slide is our newest suite. And this is our, this slide is our additional suites, which is their Fairway Suites, our Ambassador Suite. And then this is just a picture of what that guest bathroom looks like. And then on the next slide, I got a little ahead of myself, but on the next slide is our newest suite, which is our family bunk bed suite. And we just launched this at the beginning of March. And this room is fantastic. It has a king size bed as well as a set of family bunk beds in the same space. You do have private living and dining, a full service fridge. So if you wanted to do food delivery, and you do have that wet bar included in the suite. You have double balconies here, and you do have dual access to both the suite and what we like to call the parlor, which will have the table and the living space there. Going over to the next slide, we'll talk about our dining. So the resort in total has 10 distinctive dining outlets. Our most popular is Mikado's Japanese Steakhouse. We have Urban Italian restaurant. Latitude and Longitude is our breakfast buffet in the morning. It has lots to offer everyone. High Velocity is our sports bar. And you can't have March without March Madness, even though I know we're in April, but March Madness is still happening. And all of those types of sports can be viewed within High Velocity and throughout the hotel, really. And then we have the lobby lounge and sushi bar, which we mentioned at the beginning of my slides. And on the next slide, we'll talk about getting outdoors to Falls Pool Bar and Grill. We have some great alfresco dining. That full service Starbucks. Central Pantry is our grab and go option. So great to take items out to the park or for a day at work. We do have in-room dining, and then we have a cargo bar, which has some light snacks and some additional beverages there. Now, all of our dining can be scanned by a QR code, and anything that's available at the time of you scanning the code will be open and allow you to order, and you can say where you want that food to be delivered. So whether you want that to be poolside to your poolside chair or to cabana or to your guest room, we'll deliver that right to you. And then moving on to the next slide, we'll talk about some of our experiences at the resort. So as the world's largest Marriott hotel, we do have a great water experience. And on the next slide, we'll talk about our Falls Lagoon pool. This is our outdoor social hub of the resort. It's a 400,000 gallon lagoon pool. This is where all of our recreation activities happen. The pool is zero entry and it does have sun shelves around the pool. So great for poolside lounging. There is a kids activity zone here as well, which has about 11 inches of shallow depth. We also have 3 water slides in this location. These are our body slides. We have a 90-foot speed slide and 2 200-feet twisting slides here in this location. And then if we move over to the next slide, we'll talk about River Falls Waterpark, which is our new water experience. And this is just adjacent to Falls Pool, so it's very close by, but it's still within the resort. And here in this location, we do have 3 additional water slides. And these water slides over here are multi-rider, and they are tube water slides. And each water slide is something a little bit different. This blue and white one pictured is called our Boomerango slide, and that drops you down about 50 feet and then shoots you right back up. And depending on how much weight is in that raft, you could go all the way up to the top and kind of ricochet on your way down before you join a 575-foot lazy river, which you'll also see pictured here. And the lazy river is also zero entry. So if you have little explorers that want to, be a part of the lazy river, but not really be in the lazy river, they could sit right there at the edge. There's some water features there for them to play with as well in some nice shallow locations. And as a total, we have about 15 poolside cabanas, day beds, and plenty of poolside lounging. And then we were voted best water park hotel in Orlando by Forbes last year, 2023. So really excited for that mention. And some of the amenities that we have at the resort are kids activities like slime. We'll make the slime, we'll make the mess at our house, and we'll let you choose to take it home or not. So it's really up to you. And then getting outdoors, lots of oversized yard games. We have an outdoor walking track. We have a nightly laser light show at Falls Pool, which goes off nightly. It's about a 10-minute show, and there's 13 different variations of that. So you'll never see the same show twice throughout your duration. And then, of course, we have a fitness center, but who works out on vacation, right? And then on the next slide, we'll just continue on with amenities with 18 holes of championship golf. We do have a boutique spa. Again, that premium seating that we were talking about poolside, and then that daily shuttle service to all 4 Disney parks and Disney Springs is included in your stay. It's part of your resort fee. And then some things that make us unique. We do have seasonal experiences. Right now, we're talking about Easter. So we have a 15,000 egg hunt that's happening on Easter Sunday, and that is in 3 different age groups. So the kids are in age-appropriate groups. We do have a speakeasy on property. We do curate dining. And then we have Mingo the Flamingo, who is one of our favorite characters, who comes out and interacts with the kids doing Mingo Says or Mingo Charades, or just really having fun with Mingo and the kids. And on the next slide, we'll talk about making memories at the resort. And again, as I mentioned, right now we're currently talking about spring and Easter, but we also want to remind everybody that we do fireworks on the summer holidays. So we'll do fireworks for Memorial Weekend. as well as July 4th weekend, and again, New Year's Eve. And then we also do mermaid and glow parties. So about 17 times a year, we have a resident mermaid. Her name is Mermaid L. She's pictured right there in the middle. And she'll come on property and she'll swim in the pool with the kids. And she'll talk about, pool conservation and why it's important to like sharks. So it's a really good time for the kids. And then on the next slide, we'll go ahead and, I believe, play a video. So we always like to tell all of our clients, when you're booking your clients, that we are just moments from the magic and a great offsite option for your clients that want to stay or come to Disney, but not necessarily stay at the park. So great option for that. So on the next slide, you'll have my contact information. And then there's a QR code on the screen. You can certainly scan that. That will just show all of our upcoming activities that we have. And as always, my name is Chantel Paikai. Thank you so much for joining me in our world, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to Sarah now.
Hello, everyone. Isn't this exciting? Look at all our hotels. I just want to be at all of them at the same time. Well, Chantal, thank you so much for that awesome presentation. And Chris, that hotel is gorgeous. And I am Sarah now with the Marriott Village Orlando. We have 3 hotels for you at value price. We represent a Courtyard, a Fairfield, and a Spring Hill Suites. Next slide. So where are we located? We are located just minutes away from Disney Springs. We, as you can see with our partners, we are around 2.5 miles away from World Center and a couple miles away from the Swan and Dolphin. We are in that middle corner to turn around and be also directly to I-4 to get you to the other parks experience as SeaWorld, and you can also get to iDrive and iPhone Park. Cool thing to point out here, our hotel offers transportation to the Disney properties, parks, Disney Springs, but we also take you to the premium violin outlets. If you are looking for an experience beyond the parks, at the premium violin outlets, you can ride the trolley and take you to all the iDrive area for $2. And we'll pick you back up and get you to the hotel. That's one of the cool perks about the village. Let's learn a little bit more. So we have 3 hotels. So 3 amenities, 3 times the fun. It's a Good Neighbor Hotel. Other than transportation, we also have in total 1,100 rooms. And we are also a triplex access. So your key gives you an opportunity to enjoy 3 pools, the gym, the playground, village food hall, your Starbucks. So we have different activities available for everyone, no matter where you're staying. Next slide. So let's learn about the complex. We have a Courtyard. Courtyard is our 0 entry pool. It's heated all year long. And here you have a mix of kings and queens, bed types, breakfast included, not included on your rate, but can be created as a package. Lunch and dinner available. And here's when your Starbucks is going to be located. And we'll explore the hotel itself. We have, as I say, configurations of queens and kings. And here, your doubles are going to be queen size beds, a little bit larger for that extra space. And as we explore the suite, here we're going to have a little type of a living room area with a kitchenette available for everyone if you want to have a little bit more space. Now, the Spring Hill Suites, one of my favorite brands, because the name says it, all the rooms are suites. So you get more square footage for your dollar. And here, everyone gets complimentary Mickey waffles. That's correct. With your night stay, you get your suite space, even can be a king or a double, and you get your breakfast transportation as well. So our configuration is a little bit different. Here, you're gonna have a living room space between, and then a little like divider wall that leads into the room. That living room space, it turns into a sofa bed, so you can have little kiddos and they can have feel like they have their own room and their own space. Slide. And let's talk about the Fairfield. I think this is where you get the most value out of all the 3 brands. Here we have 308 guest rooms and then 25 family suites that are also one of our favorite rooms here because of the bunk bed configuration, and we'll explore soon. Here also we have daily hot breakfast buffet included. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. And here you have 2 types. You have your king bedroom and you also have your double room available. There's also connectivity to them. And then let's take a look at my favorite room on the entire village. And that is our family suite, our bunk bed. You have a configuration of a king bed, a semi-divider, a bunk bed with a trundle, and it has a connection opportunity to be with a double or a king bed. So you can have a family almost of 12 people between 2 rooms. They all eat free and we take you to the parks. The most value for your dollar. In addition to that, we also have the Village Food Hall. Even though we call select brands, we also decided to expand a little bit more and generate a space where you can order fries, burgers, salads, have a leisure space to rest or get ready before you head to the parks. Also, we have our bar at the bistro for those moments that you need to have a nice beverage at night, and our 24-hour markets. No matter where you're staying, you can charge to your room. That key gives you accessibility to everything. Additional, the newest thing at the village is we create an arcade, open 24 hours. You just recharge your card, and the kids can have a little bit of fun there. Even the adults, I play the Mario Kart one, so a lot of fun there. 24-hour also gym facility. I know we have our people that like to work out in the morning, so it doesn't matter the time. With your key, you have access to it. Playground options, lots of space. And last but not least, let me share with you a quick look of how the village is. It's a big roundabout of the 3 buildings. And right behind us, within walking distance, you're gonna have a Bahama Breeze, a BJ's Restaurant, Gold Corral. It's all located one big complex under one roof. So I hope I get to see you all here. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. What a fantastic presentation. I'm just going to put your contact details. I needed another screen today and another arm. So thank you guys for being patient with me managing the presentation. There you go. And so everyone, there is Sarah's information. Sorry, the virtual tour did not come through on that link, but I promise that we'll send that to you in the follow-up when we announce to all of you who those lucky winners are. Now, as I said, our hosts are fabulous and super spoilers, so they already answered pretty much all the questions that came in. But here's a question that I think is great for us to read aloud. If you need to run, first of all, thank you, Chris, Sarah, and Chantal for amazing presentations. If you're on the line as an agent, of course, and you need to go, that's totally fine. We understand, and you have qualified for the prize. But if you have a little bit of time, we're just going to do a few questions that we can read here live. I'll check Facebook for those as well. And we will. Any other questions you have, please put them into the Q&A. I see some lovely comments in the chat. The reactions were off the chart. So thank you to all the spoiled agents for your participation. We really appreciate that and your enthusiasm as always. We really appreciate that. So our first question here, how do the prices of these hotels compare to places like Champions Gate, Windsor Hills, etc.?
Yeah, so I think that's really going to just depend on the time of year that you're looking to travel. And also keep in mind that all the hotels that have presented today are a hotel or a resort of some sort. So we have accommodations that you might not find at maybe a vacation club. But I think all of our hotels are very well equipped now to accommodate multiple rooms if you need that. If your clients need 2 rooms that are connecting or suites that connect, I think most of our hotels now have that option where we can connect and connect again and probably connect again. But I really think it's just going to depend on what you are looking for your stay. And also keep in mind the location. Champions Gate is a little bit away from Disney World, where Sarah's 3 properties are just literally outside of Disney Springs, like a mile, not even, outside of Disney Springs. Chris's properties are right on Disney proper, and my property is about 1.5 miles away.
Okay, perfect. I'm just checking through Facebook just to see if there are any notes to read, but I think I have another partner in crime behind the scenes that's supporting everything and has also sent out all of the contact information for each of you. Okay, are fantastic rates available? If so, usually when?
I'll answer that. So for all the resorts, basically, yeah, the fantastic rates are available. And to book those, you do need to go through the hotelexcellence.marriott.com website, where you just register, and then you'll go through the brand learning modules. And then once you complete those, that's where it opens those fantastic rates globally for you. So lots of options. You do have to book those fantastic rates through that Hotel Excellence website. But yeah, so you'll have availability is throughout the year, but it just depends on the hotel occupancy levels, if I'm speaking correctly for all of us. But that
Okay,
gives you an overview on how it works.
perfect. And here comes that link for everyone. This is the travel agent link for everyone just to jump in there. And again, I'm going to share with you the page on Spoiled Agent, which is for the Orlando World Center Marriott. And within there, you'll see their fantastic rates directly. And then, of course, if you want to know what the rates are at Chris's and Sarah's property, you can also reach out to them or book, as he said, take that training. And then you've got a world of opportunity of rates. I think it's just really, really phenomenal. I see all the time the comments, of course, due to what we do, on how fabulous those rates are. Do you have a quiet space for special need children who need that time? Any one of you can take that question maybe and say if it pertains to your property.
Yes, I can speak for the village, but I believe us as a brand, Marriott does a great effort to keep and create spaces for the need that needed, for the children that need it, and also sometimes some parents, right? So here at the village, we do have a space located at courtyard, and if you let us know in your reservation the need for it, we will make the accommodation for it. Sometimes it's also a guest room that is just dedicated to them, maybe in the 5th floor, a little quiet away from elevators and noise. So it all depends on size and the need, but and I can tell as a Marriott brand, we do our best to accommodate those needs at all of our brands.
Okay, fantastic. And is it true that fantastic rates aren't available for IntelliTravel agents? That's a great question. I don't know that. I'm not sure if our hosts know. I guess that depends on your certification as an agent. So it's not necessarily, I think it doesn't go by your agency name, it would go by your credentials. But I don't know if any one of you would like to speak to that.
It's my understanding that fantastic rates are not currently offered to IntelliTravel at the moment, but most hotels will have some type of travel partner rates that we could work with you instead on.
There you go.
Yeah, at least for World Center, that is the case.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. Go
yeah,
ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say, yeah, absolutely. So we do offer direct travel advisor discount rates where you can just contact us directly through our website, swandolphin.com, or our toll-free reservation. You call our hotel number, or the toll-free is 800-227-1500. That's an option. Well, but those fantastic rates, just to clarify, you do need to book it through the Hotel Excellence or Travel Agents Marriott website to get those fantastic rates.
Okay, fantastic. And how do we find out the Marriott rep for like the locations or states? Do you have like BDM sales teams for Marriott all over? Do you know?
So not at this time
Okay.
for individual hotels per se. So I think if you want to go to, like, let's say Orlando, and you want to book a travel rate, you, like Chris mentioned, you could either call Marriott and just let them know what you're looking for. But in order for you to get those rates, majority of the time you're going to want to book that online. If you know where you want to go, even if, like, for instance, you wanted to come to Orlando, but you wanted to stay at Sarah's property, but didn't know her contact information. I know I have quite a bit of stuff going on this month with Spoil Agents. So if you see my contact information, but you want to stay someplace else and you just need a name, I mean, you could certainly shoot me an email, but I think spreading the word that way is probably going to be your safest bet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great idea. And I'll share that link again so everyone has that. And Christina, thank you for that. Christina sent, just in case like they want to meet the team of, I guess it would be like sort of Marriott Worldwide. Christina Rosario, thank you for that. Christina shared a link, and I will share that once again here, just in case they want to know about the Marriotts in Dubai or wherever it might be.
Yeah.
Right? And so thank you for that, Christina. I just love how our agent community helps each other, and right in line with that, Chantel, thank you for being so kind and offering to introduce the agents to Chris and Sarah. Absolutely. And we'll send everybody's contact information in the follow-up email. And you can also always reach out to us at Spoiled Agent when you need help. Even if we're not, currently in a relationship per se with a supplier, we always want to help you to make your lives easier. That's really our vision and our goal. So I've had a couple requests for the presentation. I know that this, of course, will be posted. It'll be on our YouTube channel, which I should share. Please subscribe, because you're going to have access to lots of great webinars. But is that something that the properties could possibly share the presentation with the agents, or is there an agent presentation? I saw that question come in also in the chat.
Are you wanting to share it with your clients, or just so that you could be reminded of what each property has to offer?
That's a good question. And so we'd have to wait for them to just come back to us in the Q&A. Here we go. So sorry, Rosalind, if you want to share, is that for you? Notes for them. They would just be for notes for them.
Yeah, so go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say, we could, if you want, Sabrina, we can also send you our PowerPoints to distribute to the teams or to post, if
Sure.
that works, or however you want to do it. But we can definitely share the presentation. So
yeah, if you're giving me the thumbs up to share this presentation, we'll take it from there, because we have it, right?
yeah,
No problem. And then yes,
absolutely.
Tammy, of course, I'll be sharing all the links in the follow-up email, and I've got some more links and more great things coming in, because each of them have these awesome sort of links in their signatures with 360 tours I saw Chantel has, and lots of other things. So be prepared for an email chock full of everything you need to get your clients to these fabulous properties in Orlando. You know it. Another question, does either of the resorts have Disney characters on site or special dining events on property with Disney characters?
So
go ahead.
So we're not on Disney property, so we're not permitted to have Disney characters on property, but we do have Mingo the Flamingo, and sometimes Mingo does a breakfast. We do curated meals or menus throughout the year, like Easter brunch, none of which have Disney characters. We're not permitted to do that.
Okay, makes sense.
And then, yeah, for us too, we had, up until COVID, we did have Disney character dining on the weekends, but unfortunately, that still has not returned since COVID. We're hoping it does come back, and we'll keep you posted. But we currently do not have on property like Disney character dining or experiences as it stands today.
Okay, perfect.
Can you share also, like Chantel mentioned, we are not on Disney property, so proprietary information in terms of Disney characters, but we do, the village does have characters seasonal, so we are gonna have our bunny coming over for the Easter, and then we have our Rob the alligator. He is actually on site for the weekends during the summer. So it all, and then we all make it cater to the seasons. So stay tuned. Maybe you'll get to see the alligator during the summer.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. And a nice alligator. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think that we have covered all the questions that I saw. The link, yes, Andrea, sorry about that. My Facebook crew says, don't forget the link. Thank you so much for the reminder. I have to have more coffee, I think. But yes, I will send you the link. And
Sabrina,
yes.
there was a really good question in the chat that I did answer, but I would love for Chris and maybe Sarah to talk about it.
Yes.
They asked if we were good neighbor hotels, Disney good neighbor hotels. So World Center is not a good neighbor hotel, but I believe Sarah is. And
Yes.
so if Sarah wants to talk more about that, and Chris is actually on Disney proper, so he's a true Disney resort.
Yes, and we are the Village is a good neighbor hotel. What does that truly entails as a good neighbor? We have a resort fee of $5. Those $5 cover your transportation to Disney parks, Disney Springs, and we add on the transportation to the premium violin outlets. It doesn't end there because we decided to give you that $5 back as resort credit for you to utilize to buy yourself a coffee, some fries, something to spend within the resort. So that would be for us as a good neighbor.
That
Yeah.
is a great question. Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, as Chantal mentioned, we're like a Disney partner resort. And with our agreement, which that's how we're able to get all the Disney benefits to offer to the guests. And we also do have our lovely resort service package of resort fee. One thing is, so when you book us as a package through Disney Travel, just to let you know, the resort fee is included in the rates. When you book us as, room only, or as a package through other accounts, it's payable at the desk on checkout. But for us, the current resort fee is $50 a day plus tax. But besides all the Disney benefits, we also do have Swan paddle boat rentals, so you get daily included. We also have night s'mores beach parties with movies. We have live fitness instruction, of course, the Wi-Fi, a discount at our spa. So there's a variety of benefits with our resort fee that's noted, and of course all the Disney benefits.
Okay, and then that's fantastic, Chris. And someone is asking, how do we get access to the presentation you're sharing? So just for general knowledge, just to remind everyone or to let you know if you've not heard this before, we are going to send a follow-up. We do it on every single webinar. We will, either our hosts will follow up, which most of the times they do, and then we'll announce the winners. And when we announce the winners, we'll send any follow-up information, like the wonderful links and virtual tours. And in this case, the presentation. So that will be something that you can download. And if you're on this webinar, you're automatically going to receive it. You don't have to do anything. Remember, we're a spoiled agent and we're here to spoil you. So you have to do absolutely nothing. Just get your clients excited about Orlando. And we will be sharing that. Now, the other question to this was, can we share the video portion on social media? And I believe you meant that fabulous video that was for Chantal's property for the Orlando World Center Marriott. So Chantal, is that a link that we can share?
Yeah, for sure. I can send you the link to where it sits on, I think it's on Vimeo or YouTube.
I think so too. I wonder if you put it on your page the other day, but now I'm counting on the non-caffeinated brain and it's not working.
There's lots of videos. I think I have 4 or so, right, Sabrina, on our page. So there's even more videos that you haven't seen. But I do have some videos. If you'd like to share them on your socials, that's awesome. We appreciate you for that. There is a book now button embedded in the video. So you might have to link it somewhere, or you link it back to yourself as the agent to book. But just wanted to share that there is a book now, which could be good for you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so there's the video link in the chat. Never mind, we got it. So there you go. That's the video. Sorry, I didn't type the title because I probably would misspell it. I'm going too fast. But that's the video right there. I just threw it in there in Vimeo. That's that beautiful video that you saw with the animations, and we'll include that in the follow-up as well. So thank you for
any other
being.
videos, sorry to interrupt, but any other videos, if you're interested, let us know. Also languages, I have a different videos about the village, so we can always share.
Okay, wonderful. And I'll leave this one as a follow-up for you, Chantal. That's a great question, Tammy. They're asking for the actual file so that they can upload it perhaps to TikTok, for example. That's a great idea. I love to see you using all those resources. And thanks for joining us, Tammy. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So we can any videos that you have, either Chris, Sarah, Chantal, there you go. And there's this, I can't say that, Chris.
Swolfen.
Oh my God. Swolfen. There's the Swolfen video. Thank you so much. And then Spanish videos. If you
I
have
got
any
you.
videos, I know Sarah
got
has. Yes, I remember working with your colleague for Latam. That's great. Okay, well, you agents are amazing, and the hosts. Can I just see all the hearts for the hosts? Because usually we have a really, really, really long Q&A happening. Wow, look at all the love. But they answered everything right away. Oh, look at that. Okay, I have to film this. It's just all the love for all of you and taking such great care of the agents. Your wonderful presentations, even though you had to stay to 10 minutes, you gave us great overviews of everything. And now the agents, as you can see, are most excited about getting in touch and booking your property. So I'll let each of you perhaps say any final words. I'll start with Chris, if you have any final thoughts to share.
Well, I just wanted to thank you all again for joining us today, and all the great questions. And we just want to let you know we appreciate you all, and look forward to coming and visiting at our resorts in the Orlando market. So thank you so much.
Sarah?
I just want to say thank you so much for staying tuned and staying engaged. And now, we're here. We're here for you. You have 3 wonderful properties, and we cannot wait for you to experience them.
Wonderful. And Chantal, who put this all together. Thank you, Chantal. So much gratitude to you. Any final notes you'd like to share?
Just really thank you. This, is partly because of you and coming on a webinar and sharing all about our resorts here in Orlando. It's a great time to be in Orlando with all the exciting theme parks and, great foodie destinations and shopping and performing arts and all the things. So anything that you may need in finding the perfect resort or hotel stay in Orlando, we're here to help you. And just thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well, we thank everyone. And again, stay tuned because we are now 29 days away from launching the month-long spoiling of your travel professionals and community. And of course, Orlando World Center Marriott's going to be part of that. So stay tuned because every day is going to be new, exciting adventures and spoiling and lots of great prizes. So we can't thank you enough for being here. And we hope to see you on another webinar very soon. Take care, everyone.